Hello friends, and welcome back to some Malygos Druid, or I guess I should say Malygos Giant Druid, here post-Yogg nerf, and we'll just refer to it as the Yogg nerf. I know there was lots of other things that happened along with that, but to be fair, that was the major thing that everyone was talking about, and I guess also the Tuskar Totemics was a big nerf, and there were lots of other changes, but those are the two things that I guess everyone tends to remember. I have actually been trying out an interesting Tempo Mage deck recently, but I've had zero success and I've lost a whole bunch of stars all in a row. So I decided to switch back to something that I wanted to give a try to before Yogg got nerfed. And I figure we might as well come back to it right now and try it in a slightly different version basically. This is a very similar Mally-Yogg list, however now the Yogg part has been removed because generally I think people are in agreement that it's going to be slightly weaker. Well, Yogg is significantly weaker. And not really worth playing if you want to be doing anything sort of serious in terms of laddering. So it'll be interesting to see how this deck really does now without Yogg. Maybe Yogg was that massive of a component into Druid being super successful outside of some really intense ramp decks. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. And I've had just absolutely, like I said, no success. Is there any way it's worth doing all this stuff? No. So this deck basically relies on having lots and lots of spells early game. And I'm just looking at the list. I'm not even sure if that's right. I don't think I should have a Power of the Wild in this deck, and I really hope that I don't, because I don't have the Violet Teachers. One of the things I have been thinking of doing this with the Malygos deck is making it a Malygos token deck, and I think really the only major change that I have here between these decks is, and I'm going to turn this deck list off because I just realized it might be completely wrong. At least I hope it's completely wrong. So the only major change that we have to make in order to... I've been seeing a lot of these Cthulhu mages on ladder, and I know it's a weird spot in the I'm a weird spot in the ladder right now to really be thinking about... like what's going on with meta decks or anything like that, but it's really early in the month for me still, and I'm not going to have that much time to play this month, so I figured I might as well be playing some more fun decks. And Malygos, basically everything is a fun deck. So why not? If our opponent would pick up the pace a little bit, we'd be having a little bit more fun, but that's kind of okay as well. Yeah. Without our... what are we at? 5, 6? I'm going to go ahead and just Azure Drake here. Because I feel like we need some sort of... help along to get moving along here with this game, because I'm kind of worried about what my starting hand looks like, and to be honest with you, what's in this deck? Yeah, that's a really good answer here for our opponent. We'll see. We'll continue ramping a little. We'll be able to hit the... Yeah, we'll go for Empty Mana, Crystal, and then next turn we'll be able to go Fandral into Feral Rage and hopefully be clearing a bunch of stuff that's going on here. I bleed for this is a very, very interesting Cthulhu Mage deck. I love the idea behind it. It was actually the first Cthulhu deck I ever played when I first... like the day that Whispers of the Old Gods came out. Is spell power better? Is this better anyway? 5. If I could coin out... Yeah, if I could coin out hero power, it would be better. I'd be able to clear the board, but I can't, so... So this is pretty good, I guess, being able to clear. It's obviously not the best result. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes, and I still have Thalnos with a swipe for later on, and I'm assuming we'll end up needing to use that for a Twin Emps or something like that. But we'll see. Frostbolt, yeah, Let's have some of these spell power minions down. We're just gonna go ahead and continue to get beaten up, huh? And maybe we'll be doing the Blood Mage swipe now. Wow, leaving it up. Yeah, that's basically the worst thing. Right? Oh, if I get anything awesome now, yeah. Okay, well. Well, now we can go also Blood Mage for extra draw, and I know it might seem strange, but maybe I should have gotten rid of the spell power, actually. Or maybe our opponent's just so confident that they're going to take me out no matter what I do. And then, yeah, we played a bunch of spells, so now we have a nice giant that's a little bit undercosted. 7 mana, 8/8, still not quite good enough. But we'll see. I think the only way we'll ever potentially win this game is... Oh, that could potentially do it. We'll see. What are we going to do? We're going to swipe here. We're going to swipe there and then roots. That's 5. Well, to be honest with you, this was the only way we were going to be having a remote chance. Are we going to play a giant? Yeah, we're going to play a giant now for 5. Because this has to get answered a lot more than Harrison Jones does. Because Harrison Jones eats a fireball, maybe a frostbolt. This giant's going to have to eat a polymorph. Or a fireball plus something else. Yeah, that's kind of scary. Is that worth a mulch? I think it might be worth... Let's see what we get here. Yeah, okay, I'm going to be tempted to just take this spell, trade in, and then play Thaurissan. Let's take another Wrath just for some drawing. And yes, I know I lose everything here, but still, that was a minion that had to get played there. Okay, so now we have some nice discounts. These are pretty good cards to get discounted. Oh boy. That's yeah, well that's just setting up for nice big juicy lethal here. I think this is worth mulching now. And then we can Ancient of War. And I'm tempted to buff everything up. I'm gonna go ahead and heal, actually. And by heal, I mean hero power. You know, heal for 1. Classic 2 mana, heal your hero for 1. Now we've got everything nice and discounted. 6 mana rag. How can we lose, right? Eating a couple fireballs, that's how. And I don't think we have seen any fireballs, have we? It could be, oh yeah, they just set me on a 1-turn, 2-turn clock. There hasn't been that much removal. Oh, here we go. Ooh. That's pretty good for me. That's really good for me. Is it worth it? Doing Power of the Wild? I think I'm okay with it, without it. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to get a stronger board, so I might as well. And yes, Rag still only deals 8, even though he's buffed up to 9s. So as long as I don't get taken out here with direct damage, I think this should be a win. This is an interesting deck. I feel like I may or may not have... I think I might be in the middle of 2 different decks, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at what's actually in here. I thought I had the Moonfires with the Malygos, maybe not. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you're enjoying these decks, and if you're really enjoying the... you want to see some crazier decks now that the meta is unsettled, feel free to leave a thumbs up, and if you want to be seeing when I upload these videos, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time.